Hi friends, this is Gautam Adarsh. Today we are going to discuss about another factor of production, that is capital. Okay, in the past video we have learned about labor and we know the definition of labor, and in this video we are going to learn about the capital. Okay, see, capital is of two types. First one, physical and human. Physical capital and human capital. This physical capital again divided into two capital, that is fixed capital and working capital. Now what is this fixed capital and working capital? Okay, fixed capital can be the tools, the machines which are used in the production, in the process of production. The tools and the machines which are used in the process of production are called as fixed capitals, and the money or raw material comes under the working capital of production. Why they are called fixed and working? See, tools and machines are fixed for every time of the production. Throughout the process of production, the tools and machines are fixed. For example, farming. See, we have been using ploughs for traditionally, and now we are using tractors. See, but these tools compulsory, any of these tools will be used compulsory, they will be fixed. They can be as fixed capital. They will be fixed throughout. Every time they produce again and again the product, they will use fixed tools and machines, though it is ploughs or tractors, but they use compulsory way to plough the land. So that's why these are called as fixed capital. And working capital is called money and raw material. The money needed for the production and the raw material which are needed for production are called as the working capital. Now, raw materials, we can say that, let's take cotton industry. The yarn is the what we call as the raw material in the working capital. Okay, now let's learn what is the role of money. Okay, role of money in the production. See, first of all, for doing the farming, let's take the example of farming. For doing farming, we need ploughs. Okay, we need ploughs, but for buying the ploughs or for buying the tractors, we need what we call as money. So money is makes an important role in the production. Okay, now how do farmers get money? First of all, small farmers. When we take the example of small farmers, they borrow money. They borrow money in three different ways. First of all, from the large farmers and from the money lenders and the traders. These small farmers will be borrowing money from large farmers, money lenders and traders. See, agricultural laborers don't need money because they don't need money as capital because they are not producing, because they don't have the plot of land. Okay, now small farmers will be borrowing money for as physical for working capital from the large farmers, money lenders, traders. Now when they borrow money, sometimes what happens is the small farmers need to work in the large farmers. When they can't repay the money, they will be working under the large farmers farm. Now when they take from money lenders, this is a they keep the assets as surety, and what these money lenders will be occupying these surety assets when the farmers can't repay the money. And when the traders will be buying the what we call as small farmers production, though it is slow, they will be buying at low price and selling at the high price. Now let's learn how these large farmers get the money. These large farmers will be getting money from own savings. But why these large farmers have own savings? Why do small farmers don't have own savings? See, small farmers are the farmers who have less land, but when coming to large farmer, he has much land. Now see, small farmers have less land, so there will be low yield, and most part of this yield, the yield they get, will be gone to their own, that is for house, for the food for 6 months. For the next 6 months they will be using this yield they get in their land for the house purpose. But when coming to large farmers, there is much land and they get the high yield, and also they will be getting much profit. How? They will be, though they take for their house purpose. Let's say house purpose, they take for house purpose, but also due to they have much land, they have high yield. Though they take the yield for their house purpose, they will be having some other yield, that is only other sharings will be having. Let's take out of if they take 10% to their house, again they have 90% of their production, and these large farmers will be selling these to traders. Again these to traders, and traders will be selling to the shopkeepers. By this, the large farmers, the traders, and also the shopkeepers will be employed. Okay, this is all about the what we call as money importance, and large farmers and small farmers get in this way. Now when coming to selling of the production, no need of discussing, already discussed. Small farmers have less land, so they get less yield, and out of this less yield they will be taken for house purpose, mostly for house purpose, and there will be less surplus, and for this less surplus they will not get much enough money. But when coming to large farmers, they have much land, so they have much yield. Though they take for the house purpose, the surplus amount will be more, the surplus production will be more, and the surplus production will be sold by the large farmers to the nearby traders in the nearby markets, and these traders will be selling that production to the shopkeepers. Okay, by this many people are getting the employment also. Okay, and also the money which is got by this large farmer from the trader will be kept as own savings for the next month of production. Okay, this is all about what you need to know about the capital, and in the next video we will discuss other issues. Thank you.